Well, good morning. Hello, mornings. Welcome to May the 2nd. This is Kat Lee. And this month we're talking about habit building. How can we understand the way that God designed our brains to build habits, to strengthen neural pathways so that we can do things sort of automatically and free up our brain to learn new things and to learn and grow on a continual basis? My tip for you today about habit building is to build your habits around your values and priorities. We can sometimes think of a habit that is good, and we're like, yeah, that's a good habit. I'm going to work on that. And then we don't really work on it. We forget about it. We don't feel like doing it. We're not motivated to do it. And then we don't do it. And then we start believing lies that we're not good at habit building, that we are not self-disciplined, that we procrastinate. When in actuality, the real reason maybe we don't build that habit is because we don't want to. It's not truly centered around our own personal values and priorities, or we're not looking at it with the right perspective. Let me give you an example. I wanted to build a habit of daily stretching. It sounds silly, but I do Taekwondo with my son, and I am very unflexible. And every week in class, when we stretch, that stands out. Or when we're practicing our kicks, it stands out that they have to lower the pad for me so that I can actually kick it. And I don't like those moments of the week. And so I decided, well, it's a good goal for me to build the habit of daily stretching. That's just a good goal for any woman my age. But I wasn't doing it. And I couldn't figure out why. I thought, well, maybe it's just not convenient. There's not a convenient space in my home to do it. Or there's not a really convenient time. But ultimately, I realized I really just don't care. I do other athletic things, and not being flexible doesn't impact them at all, and hasn't my whole entire life. So the only time that this particular goal mattered was during Taekwondo class, when we were stretching. That was it. So maybe 14 minutes out of my entire week, it kind of mattered. And yet I've been able to advance with my belts. So it maybe didn't even really matter. Not in the way that I felt like it did. So I was building this habit based on maybe the 2 minutes of shame that I feel each week when I cannot touch my toes. And even though it seemed like a good habit, oh, this is great for a woman my age so that I don't get injured, so I don't pull a muscle, so on and so forth. And it probably is, but it wasn't the right habit for me to build in the current season and situation that I'm in. And that is so important, my friends. If you've not done our personal inventory course there in the Journey course, you can click on courses and click on Journey, and the personal inventory workshop is there. Start there so that you can understand how you thrive, what your purposes are, what your priorities and values are, and then build habits around those. Because if we just pick them because they seem good, it will begin to build a pile of myths that are not true, because we won't be passionate about following through with it. We'll believe that we are not self-disciplined. We'll think we can't build habits, and it can kind of just go downhill from there. However, if we have the right motivation and the right goal for the habit we want to build, everything can be so much easier for us, and we can build habit upon habit upon habit until in our lives we are building and playing Beethoven-level pieces of music with whatever the things are that we do in our day-to-day lives. So I hope that helps. I hope that makes sense, and I just cannot emphasize it enough. It's not just about habit building, it's about building the right habits. I have heard author Jim Quick say, we build our habits and then our habits build us, which to some extent is true. As we build our habits, those things that we do repeatedly become who we are. So choose your habits wisely. All right, friends, if you've not had your 3-minute morning, you are not too late. You're right on time, and it is coming up next. The first minute of the 3-minute morning routine is to simply pray Psalm 143:8. Let the morning bring me word of your unfailing love, for I've put my trust in you. Show me the way I should go, for to you I entrust my life. Minute 2 of the 3-minute morning is just to look at the calendar today. Plan a few of the most important things and pray through what God wants you to add or take away from your calendar today. And the third and final minute of the 3-minute morning routine is simply to take several deep, slow breaths. All right, you did it. That's the 3-minute morning routine. And I'm so proud of you for being intentional about starting your day with Jesus. Now, if you want to grow beyond the 3-minute morning, I created a goodie page just for you. There's a new free download every single month, as well as our free 3-minute morning kit, our 3x5 morning reset course, and info about our huge library of resources that I've created to help you build habits of God time, plan time, and move time. Just visit hellomornings.org/goodies. That's GOODIES. Now, my name is Kat Lee, and I will see you next time on the Hello Mornings podcast.